Welcome back to Drinks and Dunks. This is our third episode on Tuesday, December 29th. Back again. First week of NBA action is in the books. Couple of housekeeping things right off the bat. I've said a few times that this is a work in progress. We're getting better every day. What I noticed was new to YouTube, so this stuff happens, but I had the comments turned off. We fixed the problem. I've been asking you guys to comment some beer choices, stuff like that, but we did have the comments off, but that's fixed now. So feel free to leave some comments. Let me know what I'm doing bad, what I need to do better. This is a work in progress. I've mentioned that the first two shows. So I just like some feedback, whatever tips you got, more than welcome to hear your advice and get better. Moving on, we're starting with the drink, beer of choice today. Shout out to my dad for hooking me up with this one. He was a little disappointed by the Miller Lite choice and the Bud Light Seltzer on our first two, so he thought I got to step it up a notch. He gave me a Bell's Hazy IPA. So that's what we're drinking today. Shout out again. It's a really high quality beer, really tasty. I really enjoy Bell's as a company. I think their beers are really good. And if I were to give this beer in particular or Bell's in general a comparison, I think I'd probably go with Damian Lillard. It's not my favorite, but definitely a top 10. Just a guy who's going to get you 30 and 5, he's going to light it up. He's going to pull it from deep. These are some really good beers, and I really enjoy them. With a somber heart, we move on to the picks section. Got a little big in the ego after our 2-0 start. I was Nostradamus, ain't got nothing on me kind of stuff going on there. We were humbled a bit. Going in, we knew it was going to be kind of a wonky start to the season with not great chemistry teams and teams that haven't played together a ton, not a ton of continuity. And I think that's exactly what we've seen over the first week. If you look at the standings in the East, it's kind of incredible. The teams that are on top right now, the Cavs being 3-0, the Knicks destroying the Bucks, the Raptors sitting at 0-2. It's kind of been a crazy start to the year, but this is to be expected. So I say, after going 0-2 with our last picks, we had the Heat over the Magic on their first games. Heat kind of got destroyed there. Magic also undefeated. Markelle Fultz looks great. But that was the first game I chose last week. And then the Raps over the Pelicans was the second one. And lost both of those. So we're sitting at 2-2. I will take those 10 seconds that I owe the fans, the viewers. And I'll take those with great pleasure because this is a tasty beer. Here was nothing. I will say this, not a great chugging beer. And that's probably to go with most good beers. You're not going to really want to chug them, but it's the name of the show, Drinks and Dunks. So we're getting better this week. Like I was saying, the teams, it's going to be a wonky start. So I say don't overreact. I'm talking to Bucks fans too. After seeing that drubbing by the Knicks. It was an outlier shooting performance when you got Ntilikina, Randall, and company knocking down step-back threes. That's not to be expected. So I say don't overreact early, Raptors, Bucks fans. The Clippers lost by 50. And I know they didn't have Kawhi, but don't overreact early. I will say if you're a fan of the Magic and the Cavs, do overreact early. Draw up the championship parade now. Because in a couple weeks, I fully expect them to come back down to normal. We saw this last year with the Timberwolves, where they started out 3-0 and then 7-4 overall, and ended up losing, I think it was 18 of the next 19 games. So I fully expect those teams to come back to earth. So celebrate now, Cavs fans and Magic fans. Celebrate like you just won the title. You're 3-0 on cloud 9. I don't want to take anything away from you guys. But Bucks fans, it's a work in progress. Fans of good teams that are struggling right now. Even the Heat are 1-2, I believe. So just, take it easy. They're working teams in. Not a ton of training camp, not a ton of preseason that we know. So, don't overreact. Picks tonight. We got the Bucks. This is a homer pick. Bucks coming off the New York drubbing. They're sitting at 1-2 right now. They're in Miami playing the Heat. They're going to get up for this game. I promise you, after getting destroyed by the Knicks, after losing in embarrassing fashion in the bubble to the Heat, they're going to come out. They're going to come out firing. Another thing is Jimmy Butler's out. So 5 points, not a ton. I'm taking the Bucks. It's a homer pick. I don't care. I think they win this game. Now, tomorrow they play them again in Miami. It could be a different story. If Jimmy's back, I think they'll split. I could see them losing tomorrow, but I think they got this one tonight. I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens. And then the second one I got there, I'm riding with the Raptors again. I got the Raptors money line. They're plus 1.5 right now, 1.5 points. I got their money line over the Sixers. They're 0-2 right now, and the Sixers just got drubbed by the Cavs, actually. Same night as the Bucks got beat by the Knicks. And I do think that the Raptors are going to win this one. It's better to take the money line if you're throwing it in a parlay or even on its own due to the odds. So I think the Raptors are going to win this game. I think they're going to get their first win. Just because I believe in Nick Nurse as a coach, and I do think they're a good team. So that's my picks. Fully expect to go 2-0. Hop back on the Nostradamus bandwagon. We're going to be 4-0 after these. And that's how I see it. I mean, great beer. We got a great slate of games on tonight. Can't wait. I really can't wait to see them. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment with some beers I should drink. Some improvements to be made. I really appreciate everyone watching. It's good. It like I said, it's a work in progress. I'm still getting stuff figured out. I'm still figuring out some segments to do. Gonna get maybe another special guest on at some point. We'll see what happens. So I really appreciate everything. Thanks, guys.